Hello and welcome to my writing room. I'm Carol Lefevre and I'm the author of the novella Murmurations, which has just been published by Spinifex Press. Like so many writers and others in the arts, I've had to cancel the lovely looked forward to launch party, and so instead I thought I would invite you into my writing room while I talk a little bit about Murmurations and some of the elements that fed into the writing of it. Birds and their sometimes mesmerising behaviour. The paintings of the American artist Edward Hopper. Things seen from the corner of my eye, things hinted at or suspected over the last 20 or so years. These are some of the things that came swooping in together to create Murmurations. I'd been doing a little bit of art history detective work into the life of Edward Hopper, and in particular his connection to the Danish artist Wilhelm Hammershøi. I'd written a couple of essays and then tentatively began a story inspired by Hopper's famous painting, Automat. When I'd finished it, I could sense that there was more to be said about some of these characters, and so slowly I began to unravel their lives. I heard Charlotte Wood talking recently about the joining of unlike things, bringing them together into a piece of writing. I think she was quoting the American writer Richard Ford when she said something like, "The ligature that you make when you join unlike things is the place where the art is made." Murmurations begins with a photograph and a quote from a scientific study of starling flocks. The change in the behavioural state of one animal affects and is affected by that of all other animals in the group, no matter how large the group is. When I read that, I thought how this might translate to human behaviour, and especially our dependence on others, the interconnectedness of our lives. So the stories that make up Murmurations, there are 8 of them, are built around an absence, since what you could call the main character, Eris Cleary, is dead at the beginning of the book. As the stories slowly intertwine and unfold, the reader gathers fragments of information about Eris, though never her entire story. The structure of connected stories allows much to occur offstage in the gaps between, and I've come to suspect that this is a truer representation of how we actively experience life. Unlike a novel which tries to put everything in to create a complete and complex world, the connected story form offers fragments. And isn't this just how we experience life? Holding pieces of information about others, perhaps spending intense time with people, and then never seeing them again, never entirely knowing them, or knowing how their stories have begun, or indeed how they've ended. Now that Murmurations is in the world, I feel glad. I feel that it's more important than ever in these times to make the work that we do as writers solid and to make it available to other people. I hope you'll look out for it somewhere in a bookshop or online. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.